On the language of emoji semantics or the interpretation in communication. You don't have any research on that, is that correct?
Yes, I haven't, but Chair, through you, it's going to be quite an interesting publications to still come forth in the near future. The reason I say this, Chair, through you, the emoji space, it's an emerging space. Interestingly to say, one of the professors who assists judges and give lectures to even legal teams has gone over, as their claims, he's gone over 200 cases, and he still says there is so much to explore. There is so much. Definitely, that emoji is the usage thereof globally.
That is correct. It's not a fixed subject. It is evolving, as you testified earlier on.
Chair, can I qualify what I meant? What I meant is to say emojis continue to be added. As an example, the Imagination group, they also introduced an emoji because they felt it wasn't part of the list that existed. So it's a growing, and as I said, we are on version
17.
16, with there's 17, it's on beta, and 18 will come in time to come.
Thank you. So it is evolving. So your expertise for this purposes will be for ICT, the Unicode specifically, and your membership to Unicode and ICT, is that correct?
Particularly in terms of how
Emojis are used.
emojis are over and above being used, how they come to life using the computer language coding, as alluded earlier on.
And that is very important what you say, that the computer language. So it's computer language, not human language.
Okay, Chair, through you, may I qualify what do I mean? What I mean is you have an image. For it to come alive, you use what I referred to Unicode, those hexadecimal language that I was the coding that I referred to. However, it doesn't end there. The technical team come together. As I said, how do they approve? It goes through what it, how it's presented first, what it means, and the ascribed definition to it, being those keywords. Now, as an example, Chair, I mentioned that if you were to take your WhatsApp right now and type running, it will show you an emoji or an image of someone depicted as running.
While you're there, I want to stop you there. We had this exercise here during Dr. Docrat's evidence. That was put to her that is how WhatsApp works. And Advocate Marancela instructed her to open up her WhatsApp to type running. She did that. No emojis came up. So it's not on all.
Please complete that set, because I asked her to give me her phone and she wouldn't.
She said, you can come and fetch it. You didn't take it. She was showing it to everyone here. What I want to put to you, it's not on all brands of cell phone that works. Is that correct?
Yes, and in this submission, the question I asked was, is it Android that was used? And Chair, it was confirmed to say it is Android. Now, let me further elaborate it, to say you have different vendors, right? But the definition or the code, the Unicode ascribed to it for its uniqueness And I want to, if I may, just to say the three goals of the Unicode Consortium. I might have highlighted it, but let me emphasize. Universal, that's the purpose. Uniform, fixed with code for efficient access, as well as unique. Bit sequence has only one interpretation into character code. Then it applies on any platform that they can apply, they can use. And that's what I meant in terms of it being consistent with it. And I was giving an example for anyone who would test on the WhatsApp. You can type different words. Some might not appear, some might appear. It's just an example, just to say you can, as an example, Chair, to show what the association of an emoji it would be.
The point I'm making is it's not on all phones. Is that correct?
It will
When you
depend.
type,
It,
how?
no, it depends.
The answer is yes or no.
Yeah,
It's not on all phones.
it depends on the whether it's an Android phone or the technology that is being used. What I'm emphasizing here is the technology vendors that are alluded to, they take the unique Unicode associated with the emoji and they present it in their own platforms. But the uniqueness is consistent.
Doctor, why is it so difficult for you to answer? It's a yes or no question. It is not on all phones. The position that when you type running, there will come emojis up. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Yes,
It's not on all phones.
I'm saying it depends on the technology.
So that means it's not on all phones.
Chair, it's very
You
difficult.
said about, let's go to Android. You mentioned Android. Do you say it's on all Android phones?
I'm saying the software used on Android would then, and depending on the there's other factors. Let me highlight this from a technical point of view.
Sorry.
The latest version of the software, it depends on that.
Yes. Dr. Mello, my guess is that in this house, when it comes to information technology, you are probably the most qualified in this house. And just be careful when each time they ask you a question, it would be useful if you just restrict yourself as far as possible to that question, because if you are going to go into lengthy explanation all the time, you may find that you're talking to yourself and no one else understands what you're talking about in this room.
Okay, Chair.
So try to limit yourself to the question in the simplest way that it comes.
I'll do my best.
Yes. Advocate Scheepers?
Is your testimony that it depends on the latest version of WhatsApp whether or not that will work, on Android specifically? Can I take it from that to say that the newer phones will work on Android phones, on the newer phones?
Generally speaking, yes.
Can I hand you this Android phone?
And Chair, as I would also say, on terms of technology, it's very difficult to come up with a generalization.
That's my point.
To say, I have this version of a phone, but for simplicity is to say when you want to see emojis, you can see emojis. You press on emojis to access them. I hope that helps.
We don't disagree with that, but you
Okay.
made this remark to say that when you type running, the emoji will come up. Please type running in that phone. I opened WhatsApp for you. And just to put on record, it's the latest Samsung S24e. Nothing comes up, is that correct?
Well, this is to
Correct.
make
Yes or no?
well, I can use my phone as well.
Doctor, the question is nothing comes up, yes or no, when you type the word running.
Chair, on this phone it doesn't, but if I were to get another phone, let's bring our phones. Maybe
Doctor,
that can help.
doctor,
If I may,
doctor,
Chair.
that's the point I'm making. It was put to Dr. Docrat that that is how WhatsApp works. I don't dispute that it comes up on iPhone. That's the point. You don't have to go into that. We know that it works on iPhone. But it was put to her that that works on WhatsApp in all phones. And you just saw that it is not working like that. Is that correct?
On this phone, yes,
Yes.
but you cannot generalize and say because it's an Android, it's not gonna work. On some Android phone, it will work.
You did not analyze the phones of the two parties in this matter, did you? You did not have the physical phones.
No, I didn't.
So you don't know if it works on their phone or not.
According to what the evidence I received, or the submission I received, it points to what was on the photos of the depicted as WhatsApp. Yes.
I don't understand.
You don't understand?
No, I don't
I'm
understand your
saying
answer.
I wasn't given their phones,
Exactly.
but you are making a point to say, use this phone to test. And I'm saying it was based on the evidence, and I'm qualifying what I'm saying. Yes, I wasn't given their phones.
Show me in that evidence that you had there when you type running, the emoji of running comes up. Where is that in that what you had?
Chair, I was giving an example to say when you have a WhatsApp phone, when you have a WhatsApp on your phone and you type a word, it's an example. It can be any word that is associated with the emoji. And it was to a demonstration to assist the tribunal to say these keywords do pop up, they can pop up or they can be seen when you type a word to that effect. But I wasn't given their phones, yes.
So you don't know if their phones work that way or not. You cannot say because you did not have the
I
physical
didn't
phones.
have that, yes.
Thank you. That was all that I wanted to know.
Okay, we're
I'm
together.
not asking tricky questions. Don't think I'm here to catch you out. There's a lot of your evidence that we actually agreed to. So don't think each and every question I'm asking, I want to catch you out. It's not like that.
Chair,
Please. And you don't have to answer to that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Docrat explained in her evidence that emoji analysis requires an understanding of sequencing, cultural context, and nonverbal communication cues. You won't know that, but that's what she testified. As a computer scientist, do you have formal training in these social linguistic areas that I just mentioned? The sequencing, cultural context, and nonverbal communication cues. Do you have any expertise on that?
Chair, I don't.
Thank you.
But let me qualify. The computer science aspect, particularly when it comes to theories, have not divorced themselves from understanding the aspect that relates to the usage of technology and what its contribution is to people that are using it. Let me use an example, Chair. There are theories as you study further in the computer science field, information science field, in informatics field, which is and these branches of computers. There's the acceptable use theory, an example that I could even closely relate to, actor-netic theory, Chair, which says that there are actors um, in the technology space, and when systems are built, Chair, they are built obviously to assist humankind. So that cannot be totally ignored or trivialized to say they only focus on machine, but further studies are also available in that effect. But to answer you, the focus on specific legal language, no, but understanding what these are meant to mean and impact, it's also part and parcel of learning that is also emerging and growing.
You're not an expert on conversations, the linguistics of it.
No, I am not.
Thank you. Let's go to your Unicode membership because it looks like you want to talk a lot about Unicode. How, you are a member of Unicode, as you have testified. I want to ask you, are you a member in your personal capacity or through your employer?
Personal capacity.
Just explain to the panel, how do you become a member of Unicode?
I did mention that it's a non-profit organization which welcomes all stakeholders, uh, people that are interested, as well as those that would like to serve in that emerging area of emoji, as I alluded to. Yes.
So anyone can actually be a member of that.
Yes, they're more than welcome to do that if they have interest in that.
Thank you. You don't have to have specific expertise to become a member of Unicode.
Yes, but you'll be able to contribute with the background that you have.
Yes, but you
Yes.
don't need certain expertise to become a member of Unicode. Is that correct?
Yes, you can join.
Yes. And how do you join? Is it
You apply,
yes?
and obviously there's a small membership fee, and then you'll be invited to meetings. You are invited to making contributions, which is quite valuable.
But you can also be a member just to learn and not make any contributions. Is that correct? Because you're interested in it, just to listen what all the other people say.
It is also possible in that regard. Yes.
But are you required to have certain minimum academic qualifications to apply to become a member?
No, Chair. As I said, I listed the different stakeholders that do make contribution to this consortium.
Thank you.
So, just to follow up on that question, a person that just got out of school can apply.
They also have that part for those that are also students in their stage of life, phase of life.
Is it correct that they also have levels of membership?
Yes, they do have. There are those that are also with voting rights, And so far, those with voting rights are these large software vendor representatives that are also in terms of the voting rights. However, there's also teams that obviously make their contributions. As I said, you would have all those different stakeholders.
On what level of membership are you?
Well, I'm at the just the member level.
Just a member level.
Yes.
Thank you. So you paid a membership fee and applied, and that's how you became a member.
Yes, that's what it is.
Okay. Then just to go to the specifics that you testified, Unicode provides a standardized description to what each emoji is intended to mean. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct to say they approve based on those
Words.
keywords that they allude to. Yes, and it depends on the versions as well. You'll see as the versions, but it's good reference. Yes.
And that is the standardized meaning that those emojis are meant to be used. But that doesn't mean it's not that it's always used like that. Is that correct? You cannot say that each and every person that uses WhatsApp uses the emoji for the intended use of it.
And I need to say yes, and also because you are stating what I said. Now, the Unicode definition that is approved, it's what is standardized. Chair, I further on alluded to the supplementary and augmentation to say the other Emojipedia, as an example, does also allude to the background of the emoji, when it was added, and how it's used. So they also assist in terms of monitoring and making that contribution to say, this is what is standardized, and this is what is used. And I used two examples which were specific on what I alluded to out of the explanation in the morning.
The eggplant and the peach.
Yes, yes, advocate.
So it is not correct to say that emojis are always used for the standardized meaning. If someone makes that statement, that is not correct.
Chair, yes, I would like to qualify in what you are saying.
No, you can. There's no qualification.
No.
That statement is not correct. That always emojis are used with a standardized meaning. There's no qualification. That's why I'm asking always.
The word always.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So there are instances where people use emojis for a different meaning than what was intended in the Unicode.
Chair, I gave an example in the morning, and I said Emojipedia did allude to the fact that a peach, it's, as I even tried to simplify it, as well as the eggplant. And I did allude to say 2015, there was even a campaign to have it banned in that manner of usage.
Thank you. Dr. Docrat actually also testified on the fact that Instagram wanted to ban the usage of that. So you're aligned on that. She also said that the praying hands emoji that we use now, it was Initially, when emojis was developed, that was a high five emoji. But because people use it for another meaning, they developed it to be mean thank you, praying, things like that. Do you agree with that?
Chair, I want to go to it because I think I've covered it. If I may be given a moment to go to it, it should be something that is quickly visible. Yes, in my assessment, this symbolizes, as much as it says folded hands, it symbolizes thank you or please, according to Japanese culture. And I referred to emojipedia.org, yes.
Yes, but initially, in the beginning of emojis, when it was first developed, it was a high five emoji. But no one used it for that purpose, and that's why Unicode changed it to mean what you just read to us. You cannot dispute that.
That it was used for saying thank you, that it is used
No,
for
that it was
please.
initially a high five emoji. Then the words ascribed to it was high five. But because no one used it for that, they changed it now to say that is thankful.
Which version, through you, Chair?
I don't know which version.
I want to get the version so as I can agree. What is the version that was referred to?
If you don't know about it, then we will leave it. But it is possible for the meanings of emojis to change. That's why you have this Unicode consortium to discuss it, the usage of it.
Through you, Chair, the Unicode consortium discusses and ultimately approves with consultation with the stakeholders and input to say this is the definition or this is the meaning or this is the words ascribed to that.
And then when they get, for instance, they realize people are using it for another meaning than what they initially ascribed. Most certainly, they will sit and discuss that to approve a new meaning to it. Is that not correct? Because it has evolved.
Chair, they would, with consultation, reviewing its meaning and considering if there would be a conflict or a contradiction, those are that to avoid duplication, that's what they would approve.
I can assure you, if you had just said yes to the answer,
Oh, yes.
you would have comprehensively answered the question.
Okay, yes, it's a full sentence in this instance. Thank you.
Thank you. According to you, the usage of the emojis in the papers that was provided to you, for what purpose was that used? For what meaning?
I don't understand the question.
The emojis. You said the emojis used by the JP and the complainant, you had a finding on the emojis was used for what specific meaning? Standardized. You said that it was a standardized usage, except for two, the eggplant and the beach.
Of which I still referred to Emojipedia to make a reference to.
The question is a yes or no
Yes,
answer.
to say was done using this, referring to the standardized Unicode, right?
Yes.
And I said in consideration of augmentation and supplication, supplement from the Emojipedia.
So, Advocate Scheepers, maybe the witness is also listening. Tell me if I misunderstood your question. In trying to simplify it, I might misrepresent it. Your question is, except with regard to one or two instances, do you agree that the users of the WhatsApp messages used emojis correctly
For the standardized meaning.
for standardized meaning?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
what I was saying.
He has
That's what
said
I
yes.
was
He has
saying.
said yes, Advocate Scheepers.
I've said it, but
Okay.
I think it's not coming out clear to say I used the standardized meaning or keywords and the Emojipedia. Emojipedia being the members of the Unicode consortium.
I don't think um, I nearly said I don't think Advocate Scheepers will understand that answer. Because,
Okay,
you know what, I'm just suggesting. I don't like interfering with a witness when they give evidence, but a witness is called for a particular purpose, to answer questions as they come. It will help you if you could just listen to the questions and then answer them as they come.
okay,
Let me tell you that sometimes when you over answer a question, you actually make yourself unclear.
okay,
So I suggest that when a question comes, you speak to that question in the least possible words,
okay,
in the most clear way as possible.
okay,
And also, I don't think it is necessary for you all the time to explain your answer.
okay.
The task counsel have when they deal with a witness, it is for them, I always say this, it is for them to extract information from a witness. A witness doesn't just go into the witness box and then just continue talking unendingly.
Okay.
Let them end their day. Let them ask you a question and then you answer. It is for them. By them, I mean the lawyers. Let them get information from you. And don't unnecessarily over answer your question with an example all the time, with a lengthy explanation.
All right.
Let them extract information from you. It is their task to do that.
Thank you, Chair.
I've given this example to one witness, one or twice, I think. I'm going to give this example to you. That my experience as a lawyer taught me that sometimes when you call a police officer to come and testify, you ask experienced police officers, you ask them a question. Is it like this? You will say, negative, full stop. And then you answer another question, positive, full stop. Those are full answers. The more you talk, the more some of us become unclear, and the more questions will come.
Okay.
And you'll be in there until Christmas Day.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
Chair.
you.
Thank you, Chair. So what I understand from you is that only Unicode and Emojipedia, the meanings ascribed to them, you feel that the two parties in this matter use the meanings ascribed by Unicode and Emojipedia.
Yes.
All right. I want you to look at the Unicode version 16, item number 128. It's the see no evil monkey.
100 and?
It's item number 128, 128.
128. Yes.
The keywords there ascribed to it is embarrassed, evil, face, forbidden, forgot, gesture, hide, monkey, no, OMG, prohibited, scared, secret, SMH, and watch. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
I looked at Emojipedia as well. the hear no evil monkey means this emoji is often used as a playful way to convey laughing, disbelieving, cringing, I can't believe what I'm seeing, or I can't bear to look. Do you have the Emojipedia meaning there?
Yes, I was gonna go to it. But I have it on here, what you are referring to on 128.
But on Emojipedia, it's a little bit different. Sorry. It says it's often used as a playful way to convey a laughing, disbelieving, cringing, I can't believe what I'm seeing, or I can't bear to look.
Okay. I'm looking at my own document if I have that in that manner, but yes, I do hear you.
All right. Now, during Dr. Dockerat's evidence, it was put to her that let me just quickly get that for us. When she testified, it was put to her that, here it is, that is on the 13th of, sorry, it's day 13, the 7th of May, 2025, page 31. It was said to her that the JP will say, and they read from his statement that he provided, Ms. Mengo informed me that she was going to be in East London, and I asked her if we could be intimate. Her response was to quote a biblical verse, but at the same time attached two emojis depicting a monkey closing its eyes with its hands, which I understood to be flirtatious. Nowhere in Unicode or in Emojipedia, the description of flirtatious is, the meaning flirtatious is attached to this emoji. Is that correct?
Yes.
So it is not correct to say that they only used the emojis with a meaning ascribed by Unicode and Emojipedia. If the JP himself says he felt that it was flirtatious. It is in his own statement, I understood to be flirtatious.
Chair, if I may, I haven't gotten that information, but as mentioned, is it something which maybe from my evidence, this is the only document I got was this one. So
It is in his evidence. I'm quoting from the transcripts. That was what was put to the Dr. Dockerat, the other expert, that the JP, the respondent, understood the monkey closing its eyes as flirtatious. And the follow-up question was, is that emoji consistent with flirting? And that is none of the meanings ascribed by it. Is that correct?
yes, from what yes.
Thank you, Chair. I see it's 3:30 now. I don't think we...
This is a convenient point to adjourn at, yes.
Yes, thank you, Chair.
Dr. Mello, we have not yet finished with you. If you could present yourself tomorrow, we are going to start at 9:30 tomorrow morning. If you could just be here in time so that we can continue with your evidence.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And